Hi there, my beautiful Cancer Leo. Welcome into your reading. We're going to be talking about your 2025, and this is going to be looking into your big theme, your overall energy for the year ahead. We're also going to look at where you're at in your spiritual journey in 2025, and then we're going to have sort of like a sequence of events, not necessarily beginning, end of the year, but just a sequence of events that may happen in both career and love. And we're going to finish up with some advice and some significant zodiac signs and months. Okay, so let's get started with stuff. I feel like connections, community, friendships are going to be very significant in a lot of ways. I feel like you're going to have a lot of help and maybe helping a lot of people too, but I get especially like this sense of I have people I can count on. And I feel like that is going to be extremely important, but also I feel like you're going to have this opportunity to celebrate a lot. And the people that are going to be celebrating with you truly feel happy for your happiness, you know? And I feel like those relationships especially are going to be very clear to you. I even wonder if this wasn't a message for this week's weekly message for the cusps, for your cusp specifically, actually. But I feel like this is going to be very, very clear for you this year, where the people that really are there for you, you're going to be able to count on them. I feel like there are going to be situations where you're actually going to need them. And I feel like you're going to understand also the opposite. So there may also be some sort of gossiping, that kind of thing. And that is something to keep in mind. With this shell right here, I'm kind of getting a blockage of some sort. As we look a little deeper into career and love, we may have a little bit more information, but I'm getting some sort of blockage where I think it's going to be, sometimes blockages that happen in our lives, there's delays and it feels like, I'm trying and pushing and nothing seems to work. And it's a bit of an unknown, and it's more around like spiritual blockages and not so much like a physical one that you hear a no, for example. And I feel like here you literally hear a no. So I feel like you really wanted to go in a certain way and we literally hear a no. And I feel like it's going to be a bit of a blockage that you may have to overcome. Maybe your friends are going to be helpful in that and supporting you with that moment, but it does appear that it's something very clear cut and not something like, oh, I'm trying, but it doesn't seem to work. No, it's literally not working. So this can be a great time for you to kind of reevaluate a little bit and try to shift and adjust your attitude, to adjust your actions and your movement forward. And it can also be telling you, hey, look at other options. Okay, so with that being said, let's look here a little deeper into your spiritual journey and where you're going to be at. Oh, look at that. We have Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Literally. Wow. And then we also have We the Authors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth has a portal. And it's almost like you kind of have to squeeze through something to get to a new life. And I feel like that's where this shell may come through, right? It's like you have to squeeze through a challenge to really be open to all of this new reality. I feel like it could teach you a little bit about gratitude, about giving value and not taking something for granted, and I feel like this is a moment where, again, I feel like this thing of community, it's the number one thing that is going to be a key factor in your spiritual journey. Again, you may learn a lot about people around you and their purpose in your life, but I feel like more than anything, that is going to be a nice add to the spiritual journey. But I feel like the biggest part here, where you're going to be at, is first of all, perhaps a lesson of perseverance, a lesson also of learning how to deal with setbacks, learning how to deal with no's. And what I mean with that, we have these coping mechanisms here, and sometimes we have some bad habits that we tend to go to when things aren't really going our ways. Whether this is, stress eating, that is a very common one, procrastination too, or to a more extreme like alcohol, that kind of thing. Everyone has different coping mechanisms and bad habits to deal with those situations, and I feel like this is going to be a good year for you to understand what those are and try to heal them, okay, and try to find new ways to squeeze through obstacles. Okay, so I feel like that's where you're going to be in your spiritual journey, really trying to push through obstacles, learning about patience, learn about gratitude, and not taking things for granted, and learning about this thing of determination. Let's keep going and learning about those coping mechanisms, okay? But let's dive a little deeper into that. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a bit more information about this no and what it might be about as we look through these things. So let's start with career. We have over here 6 of Cups. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the 3 of Wands, Judgment, and then we have the Hanged Man. All right, let's start talking about stuff. I actually feel like, 4 of Wands, that tells me that it may actually be a very positive year for you when it comes to your career. Starting off with this 6 of Cups, we have time to go out and have fun, grapes. I feel like this is going to be a good time, first of all, for you to celebrate. Number one, I feel like I'm almost saying this, these 3 cards for me would clearly be like you being in your home and you being shipped off to college, right? And you getting into this new adventure. But no matter what it is, I feel like you're kind of moving away from a comfort zone towards a whole new different opportunity and adventure, and something that is unknown and that you don't know what you're going to get from there. But I feel like there's definitely going to be something here to celebrate. Possibly, we have the 6 of Cups. This could be like 6 months. So maybe the first half of the year, things may remain in this sense of routine, of everything is the same. And when it comes to this transition, so around June, between June and August, you may have this answer where you're told, hey, we have a new experience for you. Involvement with the law here, it could be... with this law, I feel like it's sort of like a contract. So there could be a contract could be coming forward, and you kind of have to pursue it. And this could be something, for example, in your contract, there may be, a line that says, hey, if we want to move you to a different team, if we want to move you to a different place, we're allowed to do that. And I feel like that could be something that is used in a way, and you may be pushed in that direction. I actually feel like it's a really great opportunity for you to grow, especially with the 3 of Wands coming forward and the 4 of Wands right here. I feel like this is actually a great opportunity for you. It can really help you grow. I feel like it can up your career. I feel like you're going to be able to learn a lot of new things, meet a lot of new people too. But with this 3 of Wands, it really gives me this feeling of you're going to start this journey as a person and end it has a totally different one. There you go, guaranteed success, absolutely. And has a totally different one in a really positive way. I feel like people are going to look at you and they're like, wow, look at how far you've gone, right? Not only skill-wise, but person-wise too. I feel like you're I feel like you're going to be proud of yourself, to be honest. I feel like this moment right here where this situation happens, we have this face with change, and that is always complicated, that is always scary, and I feel like it can push you a little bit. It can pull a little bit on your strings and test you, and I feel like you're gonna hesitate a lot and maybe banter a little bit, but I actually feel like it's gonna be very positive for you, okay? So in the first half of the year in your career, maybe enjoy this tranquility and just normality that you already have. I feel like it's going to change. And so again, don't take this for granted. This what you have right now, don't take it for granted. So have fun with it. Take this opportunity to really enjoy what you do and where you are, right? And find the gratitude in it. But then we have Judgment coming forward after that guaranteed success, and we have compliments from an admirer. So I actually feel like this could literally be talking about Judgment, and I even wonder if this change is like temporary. It's like it's just for a project, it's just for a job, and you may have to spend a little bit of time in a different place or something like that. But whatever it may happen here, I feel like here, either from the place where you're going to get to, or if this is not something like a temporary thing, I feel like wherever it comes from, you're really going to start to hear some really positive feedback. I don't feel like it's necessary about how you have changed. I feel like that is more on an intimate level and the people around you, and I feel like it's on a longer period. Not such a quick, shorter amount of time. I feel like it's like in 2, 5, 3 years maybe. I feel like you actually hear a lot of that change. Like, wow, you remember when you were how many years old you are now, and look at you now. Like, you were this and that and the other, and now you are like so mature and very professional. You are determined, and you have a fire in you. And I feel like you're really going to see that growth on a bigger scale and not so much on a smaller scale. But here, I feel like your work is being appreciated. I feel like it's going to be definitely good judgment. And I feel like it's really going to boost your confidence a little bit to even do more and to be better, right? And then we have this hanged man with a fair man here. I feel like this, and it's interesting that we have take care, enemies are working against you. It may not be necessarily that specific no that we were talking about, but it might be, I wonder if this is one of those moments that we were talking about, how there might be gossip or something like that. Because with these two cards and the hanged man, this makes me think that the hanged man is not a situation, but it is a person. So it feels like there is a person here that is perhaps trying to delay something, trying to perhaps create some sort of setback. It's like I feel like things want to move forward, and again, you have such positive reviews and such positive growth, but I feel like there's someone here that, for whatever reason, they may not really support you and support what you're doing, and they may try and poison things a little bit. So be careful about that, okay? We have here a Pisces energy. Could be a Pisces, it doesn't have to be, but there's definitely something around here. And I feel like this could actually be already going into 26, but I feel like there's something around here that can be a little bit sketchy, okay? So be careful about that. I feel like overall career looks really, really good. Some big changes, to be honest, and scary changes, but with lots of guaranteed success. So take advantage of that. And look at that. We even have magic processes through you. Has one of the cards coming out, and this is saying that you are magical, like you are a star, you are that success, and you're going to do a great job, okay? Just be careful about this situation right here. I feel like this is going to be the only itty bitty that can be a little bit, I don't know, more complicated to deal with, okay? But we have miracles never end with a cow, and we have, oh, look at that, we have the bee with sweet results await. There we go. I feel like really this change, I feel like it's going to come out of the blue. I feel like it's going to be something that you're not counting on, but it's really going to be a sweet thing, a miracle, if you want to call it, and it's going to be really lovely, okay? We also have this, though, reclaim your power. And so I feel like with this, it's talking a little bit about this end situation where it's like, hey, don't let anyone take that power back. Don't let anyone try and do less or make you look like less of what you are, okay? Because I really feel like from the things that are showing up here, the feedback is going to be so great. I feel like this is coming from someone that may be jealous or resentful even. Maybe someone who was trying to level up, and you're getting there to that point where you may get a promotion. Maybe you're getting to, I don't know, a leadership position, and this person has been fighting it for so long, and now you come here full of talent, full of skills, and full of good ideas, and people really like you, and you achieve that all of a sudden, or you could be very close to doing that, and I feel like they don't like it. They may feel threatened. So that reclaim your power is like, hey, know your worth, know what you're capable of, and know why these people are so happy about you. Okay, and don't let anyone take away that pride and take away that value that you bring to the table, okay? But with that being said, let's look here into love to see what we can expect, or friendships. And as I say that, we literally start with the friendships card. But 3 cups, we have strength, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Page of Cups. All right. Let's dive a little deeper into this, because at the bottom, we also did have this 5 of Pentacles, and I was starting to feel like this could be related to something about relationships. Not necessarily love, but relationships, absolutely. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel like for a lot of you, you're single. And if you are in a relationship, I feel like this is not really about your personal relationship, romantic relationship with that person. I feel like this is about friendships. And for those of you that are single, the part where some love may be coming in may be more around here. And this would be like really late 25. Okay, so this is Saggy time right here with the fortune, Saggy energy. So I would associate this more like end of December and maybe getting into 26. So this, for the single people, it may not be your year, and that is okay. It may be a year, again, about community, friendships, and that kind of thing. And that would make sense with the information that we were getting in the beginning. So let's keep that in mind, okay? But for those of you that are in a relationship, maybe this right here could be talking about a level up. This right here talks about an offer, a show of love, usually communication of love, that kind of thing. So I don't know, this could go as simple as, well, if you're already in a relationship, it could go as simple as a, hey, you know what? I really like this. Let's move in together. I don't know. It can go as far as a, hey, let's get married. Hey, let's have a baby. Hey, you know, or let me just introduce you to my parents, right? It could be something as simple as that. But just keep those things in mind. Let's keep going with this. So 3 cups, starting right off here. I feel like this is a little bit of this time of a lot of joy, a lot of good things happening. I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun with these people. You know those situations when you're with people that are supposedly your friends and you like them, you love them, and they love you back and that kind of thing, but then you're with them and you feel more alone than if you were actually alone. You know, you actually feel lonely, surrounded by all of those people. I feel like it's because there's something off, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, they're toxic and I don't know, they're bad people or something like that. Sometimes it's just a matter of you just grow apart and you don't really have anything else that connects you with those people. And I feel like this could be a moment, again, that kind of defines the relationships that make it or the relationships that break it. And I feel like this is a moment where, yes, there are a lot of people around you. Yes, there could be a lot of night outs and having a lot of fun, lots of calls with friends. But I feel like this is a moment where you also start to look at your friendships in a new light. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. And I feel like this is essentially just saying that I don't think this happens just because I feel like there may be something that wakes you up. Maybe a situation, maybe a conversation, maybe it's just, hey, you're in a different age. And now you kind of want people that you relay with. And I feel like you start looking at them and filtering them a little bit, okay? And so now with this strength card coming right afterwards, psychic ability, trust your intuition, I feel like this is you starting to filter those things out. Here, I feel like you start to understand it. This is 3 months around it. So for the first 3 months, things may be great. You may still be in this beautiful place of, oh, everything is great and I love you guys so much and I have so much fun with you guys. And then here, I feel like you actually start to filter things out. To do that, please trust and follow your intuition, okay? Now, let's get into the spicy stuff, because with the Queen of Swords here, I kind of feel like there could be... I'm not really getting an argument, to be honest. I'm getting more like passive-aggressive kind of stuff. I don't think this is a direct confrontation. I feel like this would be like gossip kind of stuff. Not from you, though, because I feel like this Queen of Swords would be you. I feel like this Queen of Swords would be like, hey, if you have a problem with me, come talk to me and we'll deal with it. We'll talk about it. I don't think this is what's happening. I feel like there could be some people that maybe you start to put some boundaries and maybe you start to separate yourself a little bit. And people don't really like it. And they may go on and talk to other people about you and what you're doing and how you're a bad person and all those things. And I feel like you're just like, all right, send them to me. Like, let's talk about it like adults, right? And especially with this seek out information that will help you, I feel like you're just like, hey, come on, you're just a call away. I'm just a call away. What is all this thing about, right? So I feel like this could be a bit of a moment of tension, hidden tension almost, you know? So again, gossip kind of stuff. I don't think you're the one provoking this. in a way, I mean, I feel like this is because you're starting to set boundaries and you have that right, and you're starting to, again, filter out relationships that don't really mean, or not necessarily mean, but they just don't align with you anymore. And I feel like some people just don't like it. So in a way, you kind of did it, but in another way, the conflict and all the drama that comes with it, I feel like that is coming from the other people that don't get it and that don't, in a way, want to let you go. Okay. But now we have this Wheel of Fortune, which does talk about good luck. It does also talk about changes. And I feel like it may not be an easy change. We do have family sorrow here. I feel like this is you perhaps really severing ties with someone that used to be close to you. And I feel like it has to do with all these things, right? So we have Libra, we have Leo energy here. We have that Saggy energy. And I feel like this really could be the end of a situation, the end of a relationship. And again, I feel like it's sad. I feel like it might hurt you. It might be complicated. It might be heavy for everyone involved. But at the same time, again, this is a card that does talk about good luck. This is a card that does talk about fate and destiny. And even at the bottom of the deck, we have spiritual development, alignment, awareness, understanding. We have bridge over here with successfully overcoming a problem. This is essentially saying that the choice that you make here really matters, and it's for your good. It's aligned with you. So don't be afraid to, again, follow your intuition and to make those changes, because they're really going to count. And they are happening because you're knowing, again, how to make your life count with that thing of the spiritual journey, like how to squeeze through troubles. And I feel like this right here is a little moment of squeezing through it and knowing how to deal with breaking friendships, knowing how to deal with people just growing apart and going their separate ways. I feel like that could be one of the biggest things here, okay? But then we have this beautiful Page of Cups coming through with Kite, vacation. We also have Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Whoopsie. To be honest, for some of you, this could be a moment where you're kind of, I don't know, I would see this as, again, maybe if you are in a relationship, you're like getting proposed, and this is about, okay, I have a wedding to plan, and you kind of lean onto your friends and like, hey, I need help with this because I don't know what to do. There's so much stuff to figure out, and I need a little help. I need a little hand. And I think this is going to be a little bit of a breath of fresh air. It's like, oh, okay, my friendships are finally figured out and everything is fine. And I feel like this may even be some people that you meet on vacation, literally. Maybe, again, if you're single, a new lover that you meet on vacation. But I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a breather when it comes to relationships, especially friendships, and things are just going to feel a little easier, okay? But there's definitely a little period here of tension. And I feel like it's just breathe through it and squeeze through it. It's going to be okay? But again, if you're in a relationship, I feel like this would be more all about friendships. If you are single, I feel like this is the moment where you might meet someone. But again, I feel like this is more for end of 2025, 26, around those lines, okay? But let's get here. Some advice for you. As I mentioned, we have Leo, Libra, and Saggy energies coming through, okay? Just has a little extra confirmation. Let's get here. Your advice for love and relationships. We have Slowly You'll Go Far. And then we have the Owl Spirit with Now You See Clearly. It's that thing. And it's interesting that bottom of the deck we have It's Time for Therapy. You just gotta do what is best for you, you know? And that is never going to please everyone. And that is never easy. Or most often is not easy, but one step at a time you will get there. And even when you're going through these changes and through these complications and moments of tension, go slow. Go one step at a time. Just breathe through it. And really just try to push through, okay? I feel like everything is going to be okay. I really feel like you're going to end the year, especially on a love note. I feel like you're going to end the year on an amazing way. I feel like career-wise, it's going to be an overall really great year. At the end of it, maybe there's some tricky situation over there to handle. but I feel like the tension portion and the challenging portion is going to be here. So go slow, okay? Trust your intuition and trust what you see, because now you see clearly. And yeah, so let's get to here some significant zodiac signs and months. We clearly have a lot. Let's see. We have Cancer, November. We have June. We have Leo, and we have Sag. So we have a few repeating energies here, Leo and Sag over here. So pay attention to those friendships. Pay attention to those seasons too. That would be around August and around December. We have November, December here, June through August. It's that moment of transition here. Absolutely, I feel it. And then we also have Cancer energy too as well. Yeah. All right. Semi-Cancer Leo, we literally have your cusp here. So I feel like your birthday and your authenticity is definitely going to be important. But this is what I have for you. So thank you so much for being here. I love it very much. I hope this excited you for a year ahead and that it was helpful. If it was, don't forget to smash like button for me, and feel free to join us over here on the Sunny Virgo. It was a pleasure to have you here for 2024, and I would really love to have you for the upcoming year. But yeah, this is it. So thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in my other links, they are going to be in the description box below. But that is it. So I wish you the best. I love you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.